In recent years, the discovery of interstellar objects entering our solar system has captured the public's imagination and fueled both scientific curiosity and speculation. Among these visitors, 3I/Atlas stands out as only the third confirmed interstellar object observed as it passed through the solar system, following in the wake of Oumuamua in 2017 and Comet Borisov in 2019. While the scientific community has offered explanations and insights regarding the object's natural origins, its brief passage through our solar system has sparked renewed debates, particularly due to the unusual response from U.S. Central Intelligence Agency (CIA), which has refused to confirm or deny any involvement with the object. The agency's response, known as a Glomar response, has left many questions unanswered and cast a shadow of suspicion over the otherwise clear scientific findings. The discovery of 3I/Atlas was first detected by astronomers in early 2025 as it sped toward the inner reaches of the solar system. Like its predecessors, it follows a hyperbolic trajectory, meaning it is not gravitationally bound to the Sun and will eventually exit the solar system, never to return. This characteristic sets it apart from other celestial objects, which typically orbit the Sun or are captured by its gravitational pull. What makes 3I/Atlas particularly intriguing, however, is its classification as a comet. Astronomers, utilizing powerful ground-based telescopes, quickly observed a coma and a visible tail behind the object, signs typically associated with comets. The object's chemical signatures, which pointed to ice sublimation, further confirmed its cometary nature. For the scientific community, this was a remarkable event, a rare opportunity to study an object from beyond our solar system, offering valuable insights into the processes and conditions that may exist in other star systems. The comet's passage through the solar system was well documented by international observatories and space agencies, including NASA, which used the Hubble Space Telescope to capture detailed images of the object. These observations provided critical data on the object's composition, size, and trajectory, adding to our growing understanding of interstellar objects. The CIA's unusual response, however, despite the scientific consensus about 3I/Atlas's natural origins, the U.S. CIA's response to public inquiries about the object has been anything but typical. In response to a Freedom of Information Act (FOIA) request that sought information about the agency's involvement with the interstellar object, the CIA issued a Glomar response. This legal term, originating during the Cold War, refers to a situation in which an agency refuses to confirm or deny the existence of any records related to a particular matter. The phrase was originally coined in relation to a covert operation involving a ship called the Glomar Explorer, and it has since been used in various instances where acknowledging or denying the existence of certain information could compromise national security or intelligence sources. The CIA's use of a Glomar response regarding 3I/Atlas raised eyebrows, particularly because the scientific data surrounding the object had already been publicly released. NASA and other international observatories had openly shared their findings, yet the CIA, an agency known for monitoring space phenomena with national security implications, refused to acknowledge whether it had even studied the object. This silence has given rise to a number of questions and speculations, particularly among scientists, policy analysts, and the public. The nature of the Glomar response. The Glomar response issued by the CIA does not in itself suggest that 3I/Atlas is anything other than a natural comet. In fact, the CIA's refusal to comment on the matter is more likely related to procedural concerns than any revelation about the object's nature. Intelligence agencies, such as the CIA, regularly track near-Earth objects (NEOs) for reasons related to planetary defense, satellite protection, and collision risk. These agencies have extensive monitoring systems in place to detect objects that could pose a danger to Earth or its infrastructure. Given the strategic interest in tracking all space objects, including those that might pass through the solar system from outside, it is highly plausible that the CIA was aware of 3I/Atlas's passage long before it was publicly observed. Former intelligence officials have explained that GLOMAR responses are often used as a way to avoid revealing sensitive information about intelligence gathering and analysis methods. By refusing to confirm or deny any knowledge of 3I/Atlas, the CIA effectively prevents the public from gaining any insights into its surveillance or tracking capabilities, and it maintains the confidentiality of its methods and priorities. Acknowledging the existence of records could inadvertently reveal how intelligence agencies collect data, what kinds of objects they monitor, and the degree to which they focus on space phenomena. In essence, the refusal to comment is a protective measure to prevent the exposure of intelligence operations. However, this position does not entirely put to rest the speculation surrounding the object. The CIA's refusal to confirm involvement has led many to question why the agency has not followed the typical transparency shown by other scientific bodies. It is important to note that the agency's stance has inadvertently fueled suspicions. Why, for instance, would the CIA feel the need to remain silent when other agencies, such as NASA, have made their findings public? The intersection of science, national security, and public trust, the CIA's GLOMAR response, has illuminated a significant intersection between scientific discovery, national security, and public trust. While 3I/Atlas's status as a comet has not been disputed by the scientific community, the broader conversation surrounding the object has expanded beyond its scientific nature. The silence from intelligence agencies has given rise to conspiracy theories and suspicions about the true nature of the object. Some have even suggested that the CIA's unwillingness to comment may be an indication that 3I/Atlas is not entirely natural. Could it be that the object is of artificial origin? Was there something about its trajectory or composition that raised alarms among intelligence officials? Such questions, while speculative, speak to the broader issue of public trust in institutions that are responsible for national security and scientific discovery. In an era of heightened awareness of the potential risks posed by space objects, whether from a planetary defense perspective or concerns about national security, transparency has become increasingly important. If the public perceives that the government is withholding information or hiding the truth, it could erode confidence in the very institutions tasked with safeguarding humanity. Moreover, the debate over 3I/Atlas highlights a growing tension between the open nature of scientific inquiry and the often secretive operations of intelligence agencies. In the modern age, space exploration and research have become increasingly collaborative, with international organizations and public-facing entities like NASA freely sharing data. Yet, when the focus shifts to national security and the potential for unknown threats, the approach becomes much more cautious and closed off. The resulting information vacuum has given rise to conspiracy theories, mistrust, and uncertainty. What if 3I/Atlas is not entirely natural? While the most likely explanation for 3I/Atlas is that it is a natural interstellar comet, the lack of transparency from the CIA has left open the possibility, however remote, that the object is something else entirely. The potential for interstellar objects to be artificial in origin is a topic of ongoing scientific debate. Some researchers have suggested that an object like Oumuamua, the first interstellar object observed passing through the solar system in 2017, could be of artificial origin due to its unusual shape and trajectory. Though the majority of scientists continue to favor natural explanations for these objects, the idea that something from beyond our solar system might have been sent deliberately or as part of a larger technological phenomenon is a fascinating and provocative one. The idea that 3I/Atlas could be anything other than a natural object may sound speculative, but it speaks to the larger uncertainty that comes with encountering unknown objects from deep space. As we venture further into space exploration and the monitoring of celestial bodies, questions will inevitably arise about the nature of the objects we encounter. Could it be possible that intelligent life beyond our solar system has left something for us to find? This question, while largely theoretical at the moment, taps into the deep human curiosity and desire to understand our place in the universe. Conclusion: the discovery of 3I/Atlas has offered a glimpse into the mysteries of the cosmos, But the unusual response from the CIA has cast a shadow over the event, raising questions about transparency, national security, and the true nature of interstellar objects. While the object itself appears to be a natural comet, the refusal of intelligence agencies to acknowledge their involvement with it has fueled speculation and uncertainty. As we continue to monitor space and its many wonders, the intersection of scientific discovery and national security will remain a critical area of discussion, one that requires careful balance between transparency, security, and public trust.